Yo, what is up, guys? This is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Mall channel, your source for on point and no hype reviews. We are back again, everybody. We are back with another fragrance review right here, guys, on my lovely day off on the weekend, guys. And today I will be talking about the latest Xerjoff fragrance. Yes, we're back at the house of Xerjoff, one of my favorite houses, and I'm sure a lot of y'all tune into this channel because you love Xerjoff as well. Now, it's not just the latest Xerjoff, this is also the latest iteration of one of their most popular and you can say anticipated yearly, I believe now, yearly releases of their fragrance lineups. Okay, so I can't wait to tell you all about it. Let's go. Now, before I continue, please do not forget to like and subscribe, guys. Okay, liking, subscribing, and watching the ads is a great big deal to this channel. Also, sharing these no hype videos is vital to the channel, and what you guys do supports the channel, gives us the revenue to buy even more samples, make even more connections. And y'all know one of the keys to the no hype review is reviewing samples. Okay, so it makes me completely unbiased, not putting a huge amount of money on these bottles. So all I really test is the juice, and that's it. And there's no fifth take, and eventually I give you guys my no hype breakdown. So again, please continue all your support. Thank you very much. And the fragrance that I will be talking about today is none other than the latest Xerjoff. This is none other than Xerjoff Torino 24. Yes, Torino 24 by Xerjoff. And first and foremost, I do want to thank my good friend Rafa for sending this to me free of charge. He was just like, dude, it's your birthday, I'm gonna send this to you. So thank you so much for sending this, Rafa. He is the moderator and I believe the creator of the Xerjoff That's Amore group. And that group is a Facebook group that is a really great place and safe place to discuss your love of Xerjoff, the house, and the perfumes with other members on Facebook. I will link that group below on the description of this video. Thank you, Rafa. Now, what is up with Torino 24? This is now the fourth installation or the fourth release from this continuous, I believe it will still continue, this continuous fragrance lineup from Xerjoff. And this is a collaboration with Nito ATP, which is basically a tennis tournament, a professional tennis tournament in Turin, Italy. It's held in Turin, Italy. So it makes sense, Turin, Italy, and Torino. And let's not forget that this lineup really got lit up by the first release. Okay, Torino 21 was really the big mainstream loved masculine release, and everybody loved it, and that really made Torino 22, and I believe people loved that, and I believe Torino 23, people loved that as well. I reviewed every single Torino ever since the release, guys. I will link all of those at the end of the video. Now, Torino 24 is obviously the latest iteration, and when I think about a Torino release, or when I see a Torino release, I usually liken this to opening a gift in Christmas. All right, and it is the Christmas season, guys. When I see a Torino, I get excited, and I always wonder what's it like, what are the notes, what's it possibly gonna smell like, because it's probably gonna be good. But the thing I like about Torino, guys, is the fact that they do not smell like each other. All the Torinos are not enhancements of the original formula or each other, but they are totally different perfumes every single year. So that's why, like I said, I look at it like a surprise Christmas gift. And I'm sure a lot of y'all really want to know what this one Torino 24 smells like. Anyways, enough of the talk about this. Let's go talk about the juice. Let's go spray this thing right now. Okay, guys, now let's talk about this fragrance right here, the latest Xerjoff Torino 24, guys, starting with this opening. And if you looked at the notes ahead of time prior to the release, you're looking at a fruit cocktail, and fruit cocktail it is right here in the intro. Right here in the opening notes, you're going to get mango, you're going to get bergamot, you're going to get mandarin, and you're going to get plum. Now, a lot of people, when they think about Xerjoff and they think about notes like these, they're probably thinking about Herba Pura. And let me tell y'all right out of the bat that this is not Herba Pura. It's not even really linked to that, because Herba Pura is really a very strong, beastly, fruity synthetic bomb. That's like one of the most common, descriptions of that fragrance. But this one right here is very refined and elegant, all right? So the mango right here actually kind of smells like mango puree. So it's not like a fresh mango, but rather a mango puree. It's kind of like the base of this opening with some plum. Now, you do have bergamot as the sparkling balancers in the beginning, sparkling, uplifting bergamot in the beginning, kind of give you a citrusy tinge. And of course, mandarin is the orangey note that is right in the middle. But I would say that, of course, the most prominent ones in the beginning is going to be your mango, it's gonna be your mandarin, and then of course, like I said, the other notes like plum. Plum provides kind of like that transitional base, that fall winter transitional base fruity, and then you have the sparkling bergamot to liven things up in the beginning. But nevertheless, to me, it is mango and mandarin. Now, the mango right here, I don't know if it's, too late at this point, because I really believe that mango was last year's kind of like note that everybody was doing. Finally, Xerjoff puts mango in the mix here. But it is nice, and for a lot of people that haven't smelled mango in perfumes, I think that this is gonna be very, very likable. Now, the thing about this one right here, of course, it's fruity with the mango and the mandarin being kind of dominant, and it's kind of like an elegant fruit cocktail as opposed to like an Herba Pura synthetic bomb. The thing is that within like 10 minutes of this fragrance, the mid notes actually fuse with this elegant fruit cocktail. And these notes are floral notes. Okay, so the mid actually has pink lotus as well as orange blossom, and these are lovely semi-sweet. I mean, the pink lotus has its own smell of like slightly sweet and green, and it mixes with this fruit cocktail almost like immediately. For me, I mean, 10 minutes in is almost immediately for me. And the fusion, guys, definitely for me, I was like, oh, this is made for women. This is made for women, guys. And because you have nice uplifting florals, and then you have the elegant fruit cocktail, and this might, disappoint those that were expecting like a masculine Torino, but really straight up, it really gave me the vibes of, oh, this is like an elegant women's perfume, and it smells nice, and even the fruit cocktail is actually not super strong. It's just like lingering and nice and calming. And then you have those beautiful florals. So like I said, this opening right here, first impression right off the bat, I thought that it was a femme perfume. Okay, so now let's talk about initial sillage and projection of Torino 24. And this fragrance right here is definitely a lingering scent with somewhat of a comforting, like draw-in type of base. And this is something that you get because the mango is kind of like a thick, kind of like a puree, goes with the plum. Those are kind of like the base of the opening. And then eventually, even with the strong amount of florals, the pink lotus and orange blossom, semi-sweet, green florals, you still have the base of styrax in the mid. So this also has comforting draw-in properties, even if majority it is a lingering scent. And when I was wearing this, it was in the air, and I was like, this is nice, this is cool. Although it smells femme, but it is a nice lingering scent nevertheless, guys. Okay, so now let's head into the mid of Xerjoff's Torino 24. Now the fruit cocktail, actually, it does not easily go away, and it goes into a nice transition into the mid of styrax or amber liquid. Okay, so it's kind of like an ambery transition, sweet amber transition from the original fruit cocktail mix, which I believe after testing this fragrance, the fruit cocktail actually lasts up to 2 or 2.5 hours before it gets to the amber. And it is a continuum because a lot of the fruity notes here, guys, the mango is thick. Remember, the bergamot is actually the sparkling, uplifting one, but the mango is a thick puree style like mango. And with the plum being a usual fall-winter fruity note, you can see how it easily transitions into a sweet amber styrax, right? So the thing too is that the florals do get stronger here in the mid, and I'm talking about the pink lotus, slightly sweet and green, as well as the orange blossom. So I would say that this is a continuum, and like I said, I really feel a lot of women will feel like this opening is gonna be elegant and nice and sparkling and chic, and the mid is just a continuum because the florals start early, 10 minutes into the fragrance, and they get stronger into the mid, but then the sweetness is now replaced with some amber. Okay, so it is a nice continuum that extends, really, in my opinion, to the 6th or 7th hour of this fragrance. So you could say that if you liked the first impression of the sweet, fruity floral, then you might even like the mid, and you'll get a long coverage of this type of smell all the way up to the 7th hour of this fragrance. Okay, so now let's head into the dry down of Xerjoff's Torino 24. This fragrance right here, the ending that comes in at a 7-hour mark, is going to be definitely like a gradient and comforting type ending to this elegant fragrance that, you know, you will enjoy the sweet floral notes for at least 7 hours, and then the ending is your powdery musks. You do have some patchouli, you have some oak moss, some slight woodiness, and I believe there's still some remnants of the amber here in the dry down of Torino 24. So semi-sweet, comforting type of dry down. Not really as relevant as the initial part of the fragrance. Not just the initial part, but the first 7 hours, which is the continuum of sweet and floral into this fragrance, guys. All right, so what do I think about this fragrance? Obviously, this fragrance is a femme-leaning scent. All right, this was obviously made for women, and that goes to show how, you know, the Torino series is just a jack in the box every single time. You really never know what is inside. It is a guessing game. And, you know, Torino 21, definitely masculine. Torino 22, to me, was unisex. 23 and 24, they seem like femme-leaning perfumes. Actually, no, I didn't say seem. They really are femme-leaning perfumes. 24, definitely a femme-leaning perfume. And I would say that this is a femme-leaning perfume that is about elegant nighttime scenarios. All right, chic, elegant nighttime scenarios. We're talking about Chanel bag, cocktail dress at night, meeting people, because you have these like deeper, thicker, richer, sweet, fruity notes. You have the mango puree, you have the plum, you have lingering bergamot in the beginning, and then you also have these florals that are pretty dominant in the intro to the mid of this fragrance, pink lotus and orange blossom. 100%, it's a women's fragrance, but it is something that is very usable. And maybe the only thing I could say is that if you have mango perfumes, this is something where you might have to test and try this. But I really feel like, you know, if you don't have any mango type of perfumes, sweet mango, you know, thick mango types of perfumes, there's a lot. There was a lot last year. You guys know that. This might be a really nice one to wear, all right? Because it's very usable. I can see my wife using this and a lot of women using this nighttime elegant types of perfume. But again, it is, you know, the question of, do you have enough mango perfumes? And, you know, I believe if you are in Fragcom, you're probably a woman that has a lot. So please test this in this category if you do have some mango perfumes. But nevertheless, elegant, nice perfume. Nothing I can say. It's really good smelling. And again, you know, that tells you about the unpredictability of the Torino series. But it's okay. Every single year, I mean, every single time they release one, I'm still very excited about it. But I think this one right here goes to the ladies, guys. All right. Now, total performance. This fragrance was actually consistent and it lasted up to 12 hours. And yeah, it was a lingering scent all throughout because of those florals, guys. And of course, you've got the fruitiness. Really, really nice. I would say consistent, you know, kind of like sillage, lingering sillage towards the end. Okay, so that is what I think of that fragrance. Now, what is up with the pricing on this one? Torino 24, pricing-wise, seems affordable in this bracket. The only gripe I have is that it's only a 50 ml, because this is actually a very usable perfume for the ladies. And I reckon if this is something that really blew you away because of the mango, you might want more juice, right? Because it's very, very usable, in my opinion. Could have been 100 ml like their other releases, but no, this is a 50 ml for 200 something dollars. And some people might find that expensive, so definitely test this first, like I said. But usage wise, I feel like, if there's nothing else you have that smells like this, then it could have been 100 ml, because this is something I believe women can actually use a lot, rather than just like a novelty perfume that people are just buying to swag around fragcom. This is actually a very usable type of perfume. It is full bottle worthy. And that is it. That is my no hype review on the latest Xerjoff Torino 24. Let me know in the comments below what y'all think of this fragrance. I'm sure some of y'all already have these blue samples right here. Again, thank you, Rafa, for sending this. Please let me know in the comments below what you think. And I'm gonna enjoy this weekend, guys. There's a lot going on. There's sports this weekend. There's UFC. What are you guys doing this weekend? I rarely get weekends, but when I do, can't wait to enjoy this with my family. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Again, let me know what you think of this fragrance right here. And tomorrow we are gonna get the BDK Parfums Rouge Smoking comparison between the OG and the Extrait de Parfum. Hopefully you guys are excited. I'm excited to record that as well. So until then, please do not forget to like and subscribe. God bless, take care, enjoy your weekend. Peace.